Hi, sit down.
Oh yeah, please stand up.
Just
Yeah,
kidding,
yeah.
Jim.
No, I liked what you said about the enemies of freedom, because it did make me think about the freedoms that we've been afforded as Americans, and the fact that those freedoms and those liberties have created the greatest nation that this world has ever seen. And it's those freedoms that we have and have had that has allowed the creativity and all of the benefits that we have, technology and things. But these enemies of our freedom are basically going to, just erode this country and what we have. I think we all felt the pain of Newtown, regardless if you're pro-gun or anti-gun or whatever. We all feel the pain of what happened in Newtown. But I think about the lives that were lost in Newtown, and then I think about the lives that were lost by those who fought to create the freedoms that we have. Thousands died so that we could have the liberties and the freedoms that we have today. What about their lives? What about their blood? So I think we need to be mindful of preserving and having the resolve to continue to preserve and work to preserve the freedoms that we do have.
Agreed.
I just don't know how we do that. Yes, Mary Ellen.
Stand up because you have a soft voice.
Because Bill can't hear you.
Basically, it's on the gun theory, losing the individual rights to own a gun and protect yourself and your family. Has anybody been aware that the new U.S. Army manual lists the terrorist in the manual and include it in that list? I have not seen it, I've only heard it. Are the Southern religious groups, Catholicism, Catholic groups, the Tea Partiers. Now I've gone to Tea Party movements down in Hartford. Now I'm thinking government's going to come in, take everybody's guns away. Any of our groups, whether it's with the Catholic Church or a religious group or a Tea Party group, en masse, within short order, the U.S. Army is under command because it's in their manual, but I don't have a manual to read and get proof of it. We could be surrounded by the National Guard, by the government.
You mean they're going to pull the train up and ask you to get on board?
You
Right?
don't have to ask if you don't have a gun.
I mean,
Somebody
that's
new.
scary.
Ann, no offense, Tom.
Okay, one basic thing. No one mourns Nancy Lanza. No one. Okay? And she was the first victim.
I do.
Well, but no one publicly says that. And one of the most fundamental things that hasn't been said is that she failed as a mother, she failed as a caregiver, she failed as a gun owner, she failed as a citizen.
We don't know that.
Well, we don't know, but what we do know, what we do know is that she supplied these things to him. And for that reason, everyone else is being punished and the liberty is being challenged.
Hang on.
But my point is, instead of going after the guns, why aren't we going after, gee, maybe there are people who are disturbed. Maybe we need to take a better look at what's happening with our youth. As someone said, they're on all these drugs and they're being coddled. That may be the problem.
Okay, I'm going to throw something out that I heard today. For those who listen to Glenn Beck, I know there's a few of us, and I heard this today. He talked about the fact that with the Obamacare bill, and I'm going to paraphrase where I'm going here, but the fact is that you have to go in and put on the record what medicines you're taking, right? Now, I can let you know right now, even if I am off the deep end, I will never go to my doctor and have that put on the record. But think about the children whose kids have been put on Ritalin, who you've had a crisis in your life and they put you on some depression medication, you're on it a short time, even over the counter. These drugs are going to, all of this record, this huge, gigantic computer in the sky, now has you marked. Glenn was like hitting it out of the park today to the point that I had to shut it off because it was making me sick. To know that our country has come, you talked about stoplights on every corner, or that state rep guy did. And it was like, it's already happening. You're already on camera everywhere you go. You're already looking at your electronic medical records. They're already happening. If any of you have ever filled out the form you get from your doctor for your annual wellness test, have you seen the line that says, you have weapons in your home? Okay? They don't even put weapons, they say guns.
Really?
It's on the medical form. I don't answer them. I don't answer them. So, I'm with you.
That's a default,
I just
yes.
don't know where we're going, but I think we need to keep talking about it. And I, for one, have been talking to other chairmen right here in the 7th that want to continue this dialogue, and we just gotta figure out how to make it all work. What I'd like to do, because I know John's only got a short window of time, but I want you to see his testimony, and so we can continue. You can stay or leave after that, okay?
Did you please edit it? 'Cause